Okay, I've got the wheel. I'm using a different one, honestly, just because I feel like it. And I don't know, this one spins before you spin it yourself. I guess it's slower spinning. Maybe it makes it easier to read stuff. Maybe that's the reason that I've kind of done this. I guess you can read some of the stuff now. So I'm going to spin the wheel, and we're going to see what today's challenge is. Uh-oh. My only thought is, do we have a monster that can get to over 6,000 attack? Um, do we just lose? I think maybe. I don't know. I'll explain it. Boss battles are the most different thing on the wheel to everything else. The boss battle is a best of one, with me against a boss. There are several rules that the boss gets. The boss gets to start with their ace monster on the field. The boss starts with 80,000 life points rather than 8,000. I still remain at 8,000 life points. The boss does have the two disadvantages, however, that all damage they take of the same type of summoning, so example, in this case, Atignista is a link-based archetype, so they will take double damage from all link monster attacks. And whenever the boss of the deck leaves the field in any form, for the rest of that turn, all damage they take is doubled. That is a boss. First of all, before I even start, I want to apologise because I presumed I would be able to get to a locals around New Year's, and I wasn't, for obvious reasons. So sorry about that last time. This is being recorded fairly early and uploaded later. But this time I am planning on it. Once again, sorry. But for £20, surprisingly, the Megatin, the 2021 Megatins go only for like £10. This one's got a huge dent in it. Don't know why, probably mail, but it'll work either way. I've also still got just 4 packs of Brothers of Legend and 1 Darkwind Blast. So I'll start by opening the tin. I should probably explain why I've gotten this. But the reason is because there's a lot of pretty good stuff in here for our deck right now that lets it kind of be in a weird mid-stage for where we're going, but still be pretty decent. Because we've got a decent amount of shark cards, and this... That is a really bad dent. Anyway, this has a few really good shark cards, like Buzzsaw Shark and Lantern Shark, but also, on top of that, it has really good cards in the Tri-Brigade stuff to support our Crystal Beasts, so we can kind of build like a bad version of that deck in the meantime. I'll start with the Brothers of Legend then. Finally, something else we needed from here, the Kaijus. Gadala the Mystery Dust Kaiju, really good. It's also level 7. Kuribu, Kuriborn, Kaiju Capture Mission, might go with it. Oh, Stealth Kraken. Ooh. Okay, we can play a pseudo shark deck with this. This is a very good pull. That's instantly going in the extra deck. I don't care. That is really, really good. I'm gonna put that to the side, probably with Godala, just because how good Godala is. It's a kaiju. Let's open a mega pack. There's a lot of good stuff in here, and you get a decent amount of cards for it. So you know, there's also a lot of good link monsters, including Tri-Brigades, Goki the Power Lord Ogre, Proxy F Magician, Torpedo Takedown, Squeak Knight, Link Party. Might have to read that. It's probably not that great. Dark Templar Atagnista. Stained Graves is okay. Probably can't use it. Heavy Forward. Agnista Island. Could not say that for some reason. Piercing the Darkness, not what we need. And, ooh, Fractal. That's going in the pulls. We don't really have anything we can use it with. Ooh, Rank Up Force. Might come in handy if we can pull an Xyz, Magical Broker, Dogmatic Nation, Noble Knight Captain Oliver, Rampaging Smash Tank Rhino Saber, Melfi Puppy, and Tactical Trapper. Yeah, Fractal is really good if we can get some Tri-Brigades. Let's open Brothers of Legend. I'll open 2 more Brothers of Legend, a Mega Pack, and then yeah. Ice Barrier. This is usable? Maybe. I'll have to look into it. Horse of the Floral Knights, Curry Babylon, Insecta Exabeetle, and ZS Utopic Sage. Might be usable later, but not right now. I'll put it in the pile though. Another Brothers of Legend. We haven't got what we're after. Move that to the side there. That's an open pack. I'm going to get into this one for some reason. Maybe there's good cards inside. Who knows? Kariba. Karibo. Maybe. Appliancer Conversion. Detonate. And Perry Reese Map is a very good pull. Very, very nice pull. Definitely going in the pile. Definitely usable. I can use... Why are these to the side? Definitely can use a copy of Perry Reese Map. Let's open a Mega Pack. Crimson Resonator, Light Dragon Antagonista. It is a rank 4, but we've got Stealth Kraken, Battle Survivor, Goki Ironclaw, AI Ritual, Red Rain, Super Heavy Samurai Wagon, Super Heavy Samurai again, a Chi-Chi Atagnista, Mahama the Fairy Dragon. I'm guessing this isn't that great. It's okay. Guy the Magical Knight of Dragons, not really what we need. Is there anything else in here? Don't think so, no. Okay. Darkmoon Blast. Kashtira. I can't pronounce the new name. Kashatri lore is just so much better. Something of the Aqua. Silent Wolf. Stars align across the Milky Way. That's a cool name. Decisive Battle of Gold Gonda. Donna Dagger for Hire. It's a generic link too. I'll take it. That's decent early on. Scareclaw, Twin Saw. Ninjutsu Art Tool, Iron Dagger. Infernal Queen Salmon. And Underworld of the Prediction. Not really what we were looking for, but you know. Generic link too, good enough. Last pack. There's a rank 7 we need. There's other things we need. We don't need an Appliancer. Infernoid Decatron. Probably not building Infernoid. Starlight Road. We don't have Stardust. Hidden Fangs of Revenge. I think I read this once and it's okay. When a monster declares an attack, destroy 2 set cards you control, and if you do negate the attack, then... Never mind, it wasn't this card. And Starving Venomy Dragon. 1 Dark Monster plus 1 Pendulum Monster. Probably has an okay effect, but I don't think we'll be using it. Can we get anything? These are good pulls, but I don't think we've gotten any real sharks, which we were looking for in common. So Maybe Stealth Kraken isn't as useful as I thought it was, but yeah. Rain Bozu, something, a fairy, I guess. It's a dragon. Link Burst, Rose Girl, Red Familiar, a trap card, an equip card, Air Contact. Fleur-de-Lis is like, might be used. Oh, Ice Dragon's Breath. That's a good pull. That's going in the pile. Another rank 6. I don't think we can use anything with it. Some more Dark Lords. You're a generic Link too, but I don't think we're using you. That's about it. I don't know how to feel. Like, we can use stuff like Fractal. Fractal is, like, usable. But, like, it's a one-of, and all we could make is, like, Donna Daggerfire. I don't think... yeah, it can destroy one card we control and one card our opponent controls, so long as it destroys itself. But, like, this Paris map, though, do we have any monsters with 0 attack? I might have to check. We might do somewhere. Wait, did we not get any... Did we not get any sharks? I don't think we got any sharks. This, oh man. There's some good stuff here. There's some stuff we can use. Oh, Proxy F Magician's Drag Link too. Yeah, not much though. Maybe we could, do we even know if Attic Nest is? I'm gonna have to look through this. I'll get back to you with a deck profile that won't have probably changed that much. So I guess I'll see you with that. So we don't really have a great matchup against the Link boss. We have a good matchup against the Fusion one, but definitely not the Link one. So here is something I've come up with. This should be good enough to maybe beat it. It might be able to. It's fairly good in terms of just countering it straight up. So for a Crystal Beast package, Crystal Beast is still far and away the best kind of package that we have to do anything. 1 Rainbow Dragon, it's the brick. 2 Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon, really good extender. Sapphire Pegasus is your combo starter. 2 Ruby Carbuncle, because it's basically like the 3rd best Crystal Beast, and then 1 of every other Crystal Beast. All of these are not too great, but we do need to play all of them, which I'm not too happy about, but, you know, it's necessary to do. So I can't really complain about it. For Crystal Spell Traps, to increase our consistency, 3 Rainbow Bridge. It searches any Crystal Spell Trap, so it can become Crystal Bond, which is a combo starter. Rainbow Bridge of the Heart is... This can't search this, but this is far and away a really, really good spell trap, giving us the extra normal summon. And 2 Awakening of the Crystal Ultimates. For it is a really good extender that we can search pretty easily. For our last Crystal Spell Trap is the main way we're winning, which might not work, but I hope it does. Ultimate Crystal Magic. This is a fusion spell that requires a monster you control to be destroyed by battle first. It's not that good. But if we can trigger it, we might just straight up be able to win the game. So it might work, I'm also playing a small Kashtira package because I think it's worth it, having the 2 Ogre and the 1 Preparations. So it's not as good in this specific build of the deck that I have, I guess. However, Ogre is really good as just a Cyber Dragon that summons itself to the field going first and second, that can banish a card on top of the opponent's deck. It's not the greatest, but it does do some stuff slowly, and Preparations on the field is actually pretty decent because it stops them activating trap cards, basically. Otherwise, they hand loop themselves, which isn't that good. Don't judge me on what you're about to see. This is going to be a bit weird. 1 Karibo, 1 Performer Pal Curry Bobble, and 1 Curry Born. We play Relinquished Anima. These three are our only ways to get to Anima. We have other level ones, but these are far and away the best ones to do it. These two are just battle hand traps, and this one's a Monster Reborn at the end of the battle phase. All of them are decent. They're not too great overall, but in this specific matchup are good because we really want to steal something with Relinquished Anima, because it is the only Link monster we have that we can readily make that has high attack, which we need Link monsters with high attack. For just kind of generically decent cards in a best of one, Fleur de Lis, it just summons itself to the field, always. Ice Dragon's Prison, it's a really good interruption that's also a Monster Reborn for an opponent's monster sometimes, which is useful depending on what they're playing. And one, Mahama the Fairy Dragon. They have a monster with 6,000 attack. This makes sure that we don't die instantly. Now for like the counter cards, I guess I'm playing 5. One Godala, it's a kaiju. It just tributes over, it gets rid of it instantly, no worries. This card is not that good against a lot of the metagame. It's basically flips down the entire field and sends all other Link monsters to the graveyard. But the way that it's worded means each player must send monsters. So it is. So basically, it is in a card. It is a card that can affect the Arrival Cybers at Ignista, despite the fact that it cannot be. It's unaffected by all card effects. And on a similar vein of that, Ferret Flames does the exact same thing almost. But we have to take a bit of damage beforehand. But effectively, this could be a board wipe for us, which is really, really good. Onto the extra deck. We have an extra deck. I'll start with the less good thing, which is just all the tokens. I like them. They look nice. So we have a collection of tokens that I'll kind of display at the top here. 2 of our actual boss. I aim to make this. If we can make this, we win. This has 11k. They can't beat over it by battle. They can destroy it, which is a little bit annoying, but you live and learn. 3 Rainbow Over Dragon. It's a board nuke like this. This one's a better board nuke, but it's harder to bring out. This is really easy to bring out in the deck. Okay, now on to the other stuff. Some of this is a bit gimmicky, and we will not be using it all. For synchros, we played these 2 level 5s. We cannot make them in any way possible. Making these is nigh impossible, and we basically never will. We can sometimes, however, which is a bit awkward, but hey. On the better synchro side is Rampaging Smash Tank Rhino Saber and Tilting Entrainment. This is a level 8 synchro where if it attacks a defense position monster and that monster is not... Well, if it attacks any monster and that monster is not destroyed, it just blows that monster up. And this card can gain attack by discarding card. And at the end of the battle phase, you can send it to the graveyard to resurrect monsters whose total levels equal 7 and their effects are negated. So it's a Monster Reborn. Well, it's 2 Monster Reborns at the cost of the effects being negated, which we might be able to use with some of the other cards in the deck. For Xyz, Utopia is the only one that we can really make. In fact, it is the only one that we can make. But Utopia is good. It is just an attack negator that we can always make. Really amazing. Really happy to have it. Stealth Kraken and Downard. These 2 are good cards. I aim to hopefully use them later in the series, especially Stealth Kraken. We're not going into Sharks, but there is a way we can use it in a Utopia combo. If we get the cards, hopefully. We probably will. They're not that hard to get. But Stealth Kraken is good, and Downard is good in case we ever get Zeus, I guess. And we want to use rank 3s, or rank 2s, or rank 1s. Our link package. Relinquished Anima. It is a yoink, it is a big body, and it does double damage in this case. Donna Dagger for Hire and Proxy F. Proxy F. Proxy F is a cool card. I like it. We cannot really use it, but I like it. It is not super poly, but it is a polymerization on legs, which is decent for a generic Link 2. Donna Dagger for Hire is Diamond Direwolf in a Link 2. You need 2 monsters with different types. You can target a For Hire card you control and a card your opponent controls, destroy them. It's just that simple. Which, yeah, it's not great considering their boss is unaffected by all card effects. But it might come up, you know, it might. We might be able to destroy something with it. And it is generically a good card, especially in Kashtira, which we are hopefully building towards. That is the deck. I am decently confident. I think we can probably do this. Wish me luck. Right. I've just finished the duel, so I'm going to go play by play on what happened. So, I am just going to let it go on its own, because this duel was genuinely nuts. Boss battles are really fun. So, both me and my opponent are quite new to Dueling Book. So, the boss battle starts. Since we're against the Link boss battle, which is at Ignista, they flipped the coin by accident, they were meant to put on counters. The Arrival Cybers at Ignista will start with 6,000 attack, because that's what I had in the anime, and that's usually what most players get it to in terms of attack points. So they can't summon monsters this turn, which is the balancing factor, but they can set spell traps if they wish. So in this case, they do decide to set 2 cards. So we have to deal with 2 set cards and an Arrival Cybers at Ignista. I might not have mentioned this, however, but it's really important that all the decks for the bosses are themed, which is the balancing aspect. Because obviously, if they were actual competitive decks, it would be incredibly difficult, because while we haven't done it yet, we have actually set it to the correct life points when they have 80,000 life points against my 8,000. So they activate AI Shadow, which is a trap card which allows them to target an Antagonist monster they control, and it gains 800 attack. Also, all my monsters must attack that monster if they're able to. I'm just going to fast forward it here. So we summon Cash Tira Ogre, we add preparations, we set preparations, we activate Sapphire Pegasus, summon 2 Crystal Beasts, thanks to the wonders of Crystal Bond, Rainbow Dragon, basic stuff. We add our Rainbow Dragon from deck to hand, and from here we think a little bit, but we overlay Utopia, summon Fleur de Lis, and then pass. We activate preparations when they destroy our Ogre, and they get a token. They then use I Meet You to reveal the Fire Link at Ignista to get a Chi-Chi at Ignista from deck to hand, which is decent, because then they can normal summon a Chi-Chi at Ignista, which allows them to add Bakari at Ignista from deck to hand. They can then send a Chi-Chi in order to play the Link 1 Dark Infant, then obviously searches them the field spell, which is really, really good for them specifically. So the field spell's now up and active. They then use their Monster Reborn to bring back an Atignista. The whole goal is basically themed on bringing out all the Atignista bosses, and then also making the Arrival Cyberse in case you do need to. It's at this point where they make the Link 3 fire, so they don't take burn damage during the end phase. They then summon 2 Atignistas, use one of their effects, which allows them to return a Atignista Link monster from the graveyard to the extra deck in order to add an I Love Fusion from deck to hand, which is decent, actually. They then can link it off for a Lingaribo. They then can use the Water Atignista's effect in order to tribute the Lingaribo, and because they tributed the Link monster, they get to add both the level 7 Ritual monster and the Ritual spell from deck to hand. They sent it by Gravebacks, and they just added it back to their hand. Fairly simple here. They activate the Ritual spell. The Water becomes level 4 also when you do this, so they use a level 4. They also banish 2 from the grave to make it 7 in total in order to bring out Water Leviathan Atignista. Both of these have battle-related things. Water Leviathan Water Leviathan can reduce attack points. Fire Phoenix can basically negate all battle damage that is done when it battles and inflict 23 to the opponent. Instead, they then enter battle phase. We remembered the 80,000 life point thing. They attack Utopia, which allows Utopia to activate its effect to detach 1 material to negate the attack. It's a little awkward here, so I don't believe, I'm incredibly certain, that if the Arrival Cyberse attacks it, then that attack cannot be negated. However, if Fire Phoenix does, then that attack can be negated. So, from here, they fairly simply, not to attack directly, that was a misclick, they decide to attack using... I can't remember, what did they use? Yeah, they attacked using Fire Phoenix, at which point we detached a material. They then attacked with the Arrival Cyburst, where we blow ourselves up, which allows them to attack again, because it was on an attack declaration. So then Fleur-de-Lis goes, which it's unfortunate. They then go main phase 2 and end phase. We're not in the greatest position here, and we draw the best draw in our entire deck, probably. So, from here, I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. We reveal Rainbow Dragon, add Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, activate Rainbow Bridge of the Heart, misplay. Imagine we popped this one. I wanted to pop this one and I realized it, so I popped that one instead. Use that effect. Place Rubicon Buckle and Spell Trap Zones at 1 pass. This looks really innocuous. Unless you have read this card. When a monster we control will be destroyed by battle or card effect. No. When it is destroyed by battle, not card effect. We can basically fusion summon from deck. Now, they could obviously pop it here. I don't think we did. And I say we. I don't think my opponent did, just because I think they forgot about that effect. And they just wanted to keep comboing because they thought that they could just summon as many as possible. Which you'll see, they did get extremely close. They then will fusion summon into the Earth Golem Atagnista. So at this point, they actually have 3 of the Atagnista bosses. Well, 4. Sorry, my audio cut out there. So it's at this point that they attack. We can use Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon to block the attack. The attack still goes through. We take battle damage. However, it's at this point that then we can fusion summon and use this effect to regain life by summoning it. We send 7 Crystal Beast monsters from the field and, well, we can also send spell traps. We can then tribute our fusion monster to shuffle everything back into the deck except the Arrival Cyburst because it's unaffected. We then draw Ogre, summon Rainbow Dragon, banish 8 monsters from grave, summon an 11,000 beta, and attack directly twice. From here, it's their turn. They then begin to combo off again, activating the effect, adding I Meet You from deck to hand. Very good. They then go into Link 1, add another field spell. They then reveal Fire Phoenix, add a Chi-Chi from deck to hand, summon a Chi-Chi as their normal summon, add brrrrrr, Link for 3 in the wrong zone. They didn't realize this till later. They then linked off for Lingaribo, summoned back 2, added a Atagnista. So at this point, I think they were stuck because they couldn't get to the Arrival Cyburst, so they just decided to attack, use the effect. I then wanted to I then realized that I actually didn't want to do that. I meant to activate this early. So we shuffle everything back, and then I get 5 Crystal Beast monsters. We draw, Link summon for Donna Dagger for hire, so we actually brought it out. We then Link summon for Proxy F Magician, so we brought that out. We summoned both of our Links except Anima, surprisingly. And then we make another one. We then attack. Link monsters in this, I should mention, do double damage. All of the main summoning types do double damage in a boss battle. So, example for the Xyz one, all Xyz monsters that I control will do double damage. In the Synchro one, all Synchro monsters do double damage. It's basically to encourage me to play something a bit different that has the theming. So in Fusion, it's going to be really easy with 11,000 beta. They then make a monster, we attack into it. And we just do a ton of damage from here, attacking with our 2 links, and then attacking for 11,000, actually getting them down to below 8k. They didn't draw anything, because they had both the field spell and the level 8. We won. Okay, I'm just going to talk a little bit before the video ends. I'm really happy. Now, I want to preface, I was originally planning on opening card packs, so I'll mention that now. After every boss, one small thing that I didn't mention is we will be able to open 1 card pack for every win that we've gotten, and 3 card packs for the boss win. So we should be opening 4 card packs, but I haven't got the card packs that I need. Probably I'll just open Photon Hypernova, because that has most of the Cashtero stuff that we need, while having some other decent stuff, but like not the main stuff we need. So it's something I can open on the side, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe get the rank 7 in there or some of the extenders. Something to note is the deck is decent when it's able to set up. When it's able to set up, we win, but it takes 1 or 2 turns, so it's a bit too slow right now. So I might look to improving its speed. Its consistency is probably decent enough in terms of the Crystal Beast stuff, but for a boss, we did decently. I'm pretty happy. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, I guess. Bye.